Man, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening, people? Hey, listen, y'all, we're gonna get ready to get off into this show. And do I got a doozy for y'all today, man? Oh, wow. You know, I am still amazed, and I'm still amazed at the mentality of people and just how they think. And this is gonna be a great show. So, this one today, ladies and gentlemen, is called You're Not Old So Why Value Ain't Free. Let's get right off into this thing, man. I'm not even gonna waste no more time. Let me get my lights right. I gotta get these lights right so y'all can get this work. All right. So here we go, y'all. Um, this stems off of someone sent me this video. Now the reel will be going up here pretty soon, so you guys can see the actual reel of this video that I'm talking about. So y'all stay tuned so y'all can see that. But someone sent me this video of this young lady who was expressing major grievances about why people gatekeep information. They are the next generation, and why black folks got to charge? Why black folks got to charge? I'm the next generation. Shouldn't you just be teaching me the game? Y'all should just be teaching me. Y'all should be teaching us. That's what she said. Y'all should be teaching us and basically stop gatekeeping. My mind automatically went to Snoop Dogg. 1998 had a song. Well, he had actually the name of the album was "The Game Is to Be Sold and Not Told." Now, why would Snoop utter such a thing? Why should the game be sold and not told? To that young lady, I know you're going to see when the reels come out and they're going to be posted. She was on TikTok, one of my platforms, and not just to address her, because she spoke about this next generation, the ones that come behind us. Now, I'm a 70s baby, and I honestly believe after 75 was probably the last of the real Mohegans. Now, her grievance and her problem was, why aren't um, why are we gatekeeping, and why we should just be giving the next generation the game for free? Let me tell you later. Let me tell you something like this. Like I said, 1998, Snoop Dogg had this album that was called "The Game Is to Be Sold and Not Told" when he was on No Limit Records with Master P. That song has always resonated and struck with me. The reason why coaches like myself, influencers, people that's on social media, the reason why we charge is because if I give you the game and you don't do absolutely everything that I say, you just wasted my time and your time. The reason why we charge is because we paid for it. I'm going to give you guys three of the programs and courses that I paid for in order for me to learn, in order for me to know the things that I know now. One of those is Cardone U, Grant Cardone. I'm going to show y'all how much that price is to take that course. Y'all give me just a second. Cardone University. Now, to take Grant Cardone's course, you have to uh, actually, he's taking down all the prices. This is funny. Yeah. But I'm just going to give y'all the ballpark. To take Cardone U, Grant Cardone. Actually, I'm going to share this page so you'll know that it's an actual page and up. But Cardone U is going to run you, Cardone U is going to run you 10 grand plus. Share screen. There we go, right there. So when you see how much, this is Cardone University. Now, in Cardone University, you're going to learn everything that it is about small business loans, how to get federal stimuluses, how to the fast track way to get to seven figures. You're going to sail through the worst times in the economy. Now, that 10X program, that is fire right there. Uh, he's even going to tell you how you can buy commercial properties as well as residential properties. This is how Grant Cardone became a billionaire. He's giving you all of the secrets that he has used in order to get to being in the Billy Club. I paid for that course. Another course that I took the Billy Jean, Gene. Let me get back over here and show you guys who Billy Jean is. Billy Jean and his Genius program. There he goes. Now, Billy Jean is one of the greatest marketers of all time. I mean, when I took his course, Billy Jean showed me how to specifically go after my target audience. In the first phase, my business was called digital target marketing, and that stemmed from Billy Jean because he taught us how to digitally target the customers that you want and what you need in order to do business from this guy. Now, y'all look him up and see how much he charges for his courses. Now, I'm taking y'all somewhere. And the third one was Dr. Brother Ben or Brother Dr. Ben X. A lot of y'all have followed him on social media. A lot of y'all know him off of Instagram. He's everywhere. But Brother Ben, young brother out of Dallas, I took his course when he was with ABS, Assets Before Splurging. Great program, learned a lot. He gave me a lot of free game and really showed me how to get in there and stick with it and be diligent and consistent. Now, to this young lady, she wanted all of that game that I paid for free. Now, listening to her video, she said, "We black," and that really touched the nerve for me because as a people, and I want y'all to hear me well, as a people, we will pay everybody else all of their money, but when it comes to us, we don't want to pay nothing. We don't want to pay nothing. We want a discount, a hookup, or whatever. I learned that in the um, from doing the leather business. I used to have people come in my shop and they'd be like, "Man, you make me one, man. I have everybody wearing it." No, you won't. One, nobody wants to be you. Nobody wants to be like you. And you don't know that many people. You're not that popular. Because if you sitting here trying to finagle and fast talk me out of a belt, the only people you know is other broke people. And now you trying to get me to get you one for free. So you know what I told him? I say, look, you bring me 5 people that'll pay full price. I give you yours for free. Them people that you say you can get everybody that want to have one, you bring me the money first, and I'll give you yours for free. You never see them again. Now, here's something else that made me a little upset. Is because this sister used the racial guilt card. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but I'm black. Yeah, I mean, I'm black as the day is long. And I have never used the race card in order to guilt or make other black people feel guilty for being in a better position than I am and not giving me the game. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. This generation that's coming up now, this is the, I feel sorry for our future. Like I said, after 75, there are no more real ones after 75. We charge everybody. It ain't just the generation after us. As an influencer and a coach, we charge everybody. But this sister felt picked on. Now her video was around. She said, "Y'all telling me I need to put my house in a trust, but then when I ask you how to do it, y'all want to charge me for it." Stop right there, America and world. Let's just now I don't know how it is outside of America. So let me talk to America. We give you game every time we put a video out. If you guys follow my content, I drop you game every video. Now the information is sold separately. So here's her video. Her video said that she saw somebody that spoke and said that she needed to put her house in a trust. That is very true. That's the game. Now let me talk to you, new generation. I don't even know what y'all call these. It ain't Generation X. It might be X because they definitely unknown. They in the unknown about everything. If somebody dropped you the game and said, "Put your house in a trust," that is enough game. This is why we charge. This is why we charge you. Y'all so lazy. You won't even do this. Hey Google, tell me how to put my house in a trust. If you won't do something that free and easy, hey, this generation got AI. Hey, Chat GPT, tell me how to put my house in a trust. That's free. But you do a whole video complaining about somebody charging you to give you the game. If you are so lazy that you won't even pick up your phone, I already gave you the game. I already told you what you need to do. But if you ain't lazy, you got a computer in your pocket, and y'all are so lazy, you won't even pick it up and ask Google. Google is in everybody's business. There you go. This is 2025, America. And let me talk to my people for a minute. People of color. Nobody got their foot on your neck. I said it and I mean it and I stand on it 10 toes down. Ain't nobody got their foot on your neck. We are not our grandparents or our great grandparents. Can't nobody stop your ass from reading. But this generation is so filled of entitlement. You feel that I coaches and influencers like myself, we paid for it, not always with money, because I paid a lot in sweat equity, blood and tears, and oh man, I've read some stuff several times because I just couldn't grab it. And I be the first one to admit, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. That's why I kept reading it over and over and over and over again until boom. If I didn't know it, I sure can talk like I did. This generation here, this young lady, this TikToker, was so upset because we had the knowledge and was charging her. What have you done? This is the same generation that got a OnlyFans page. I'm sorry. Hey, look, I did some crazy things in my days. I know a lot of people that did some crazy things in our days. Like I said, I'm a 73 baby, and I did a lot of foolish things. But having and creating an OnlyFans page was never on the menu. This is the same generation that have the cinnamon challenge. I mean, how stupid can you be to sit there and try to swallow a tablespoon of cinnamon? You dummy, you finna bust your heart. If you don't bust your lung, this is the same generation. This is the same generation. All they want to do is eat hot Cheetos and smoke blunts. And you want somebody to give you some vital key information for free about how to secure your house, your property up for the next 100 years. The same generation want that. Like I said, I know I came from a generation of some reckless folks. But woof, we ain't never, never in all my days. Have you ever? I don't even know nobody who. This is the same generation that had the milk crate challenge. Oh wow, milk crate. This is the same generation that produced world stars. The same generation that produced mumble rap. And listen, I feel more like my daddy every time I hear that crap because they're not even making words. You're not even saying words. And that came from the era of gangster rap and old school hip hop. We use words to rhyme. These people just making noise and get the in here. What is you saying? I mean, it sound good. The beat sound good. The music has always been there. But this is what that generation produced. And you want something, some information as vital as how to become a private citizen. You want to know how to uh, create not just a trust for your house, but a trust fund for your lineage, where the money is on autopilot. Now, I don't know about other influencers or other coaches, but this is what you get in my training class. If you guys ever visit my Facebook page, I give you 15 different courses on how to set yourself free, how to write your clothes off, how to write your birthdays off, how to write your cars off. This is the same generation. They want the information for free. Last year, bought more Mercedes Benz than any other progressive country. Listen to that. Black America bought more Mercedes Benz than any other progressive country in the world. But here's the catch. They were the worthless Benz, the 200 and the 300 series. Think about that. The 200 and 300 series in not just the business world, but in um, more financially secure circles, the 200 and the 300 is called the working man Benz. That's the inside joke. It's the working man Benz. But Black America bought more of the working man Benz. Now, rich folks, people who are more financially secure, a 200 and a 300 series Benz is what they buy their high school kid for a 16-year birthday present. facts. And it's not just her, it's a lot of people because she had 3,000 people that were at that time commenting on her video. So she had a lot of people that was co-signing. 3,000 as of the time that I was sent the link to watch it. And it was sent by a person that wanted to take my course. And I told them how much my fee was. And she tried to guilt trip me into doing it for free. And that's why she sent me that to further her cause and why I should do it for free. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm all in well over close to $12,000 in just information. And I didn't stop with just those three: Grant Cardone, the Billie Jean program, and Dr. Brother BNX. I didn't stop there. I have libraries. I got a library of books that I constantly always buy. I just bought the waterfall method. I just bought how to influence people. See, the knowledge and the information never stops. Now, here's the thing, America. If you don't have the money to pay a coach or an influencer, I'm going to hurt some people's feelings. If you don't have the money to pay for the information, you don't have the money to pay for the whole process. With this young lady, if she don't have the money, I don't know what that coach or influencer she was watching, but if she don't have the money to pay for it, she ain't got the money to put her house in the trust anyway. Do you know you got to get lawyers involved and have things signed off and registered at the courthouse, at the county? You know, you got to do everything on the federal government. Those are fees. Those are money. Those are prices. And then here's a kicker. The best place to hide knowledge is also the same place that is free. Did you know that? The best place to hide information is also the same place that it is free. And that's in a book. Let that marinate in your spirit. See, people don't want to read. They want you to tell them everything. They want to go ahead and get to the end. They want to hurry up and get to the results, but they don't want to pay for the fast track. They think they're entitled to it. You're not paying for the information, ladies and gentlemen. You're paying for my time. My time is valuable. Do you know that there will never be another April 21st, 2025, 7:44 p.m. ever again? Once this time is gone, it is gone. The value is in the time. You guys understand? I have did training classes to where I got to put up with people's children running in and out of the bedroom, children screaming, hollering, beating each other up, talking about they gonna, oh my God, they won't play the game right. They won't let them play. See, as a coach and an influencer, we got to put up with all of this. We got to put up and watch you beat your kids online. I mean, look, I'm all for corporal punishment, especially children that I'm feeding and clothing. I'm all down for corporal punishment, but do that on your time. If you don't have the control of your children where you can't take a 30-minute training class or an hour training class, this business thing ain't for you. Because there's going to be a whole lot of times that you ain't going to be there. Not just how to put your house in a trust, but you protecting and not having your children or your lineage pay inheritance tax. See, that's also a part of the game. The reason why this generation, and well, even the reason why this current society thinks the way that it thinks, they don't put no value on themselves. I don't take offense that you don't put no value on me. I don't care what you think about me. To me, I'm the best thing since cake and ice cream. And if I ain't, let me think what I think. But you trying to get to where I am. And I put value on that. See, this society and this next generation, they don't know that you done went years cutting out fun, sacrificing fun. They don't know that you went years. If y'all read my book, Eating Hot Dogs and Ramen Noodles. Facts. So I can put and devote all of my money into the business. This next generation don't know that I rode a bicycle to work, and on days that it rained, I took the bus. See, they don't look at none of that as being valuable. All they looking at is the end results of where you are now, and they think they should get it for free. Life don't work like that. Even going to heaven comes at a cost. You got to act right. this society and generation, they think that they can do whatever they want to do, and they still going to heaven. No, that don't work like that. You can't be out here raising all kind of hell in the street, shooting at people and robbing people, and then when that life catch up to you, you think you're going to heaven and be up in church line. Well, you in the better place. No, he ain't. I'm telling you right now, no, he ain't. No, he ain't. He got two decisions. Either he want burnt or extra crispy. I'm just telling y'all what God loves. I'm one of those coaches that I don't. Hey, brother. Oh, what's going on, Mike Lowry? Uh, I'm just one of those people that I tell the truth. You ain't gotta like it, but the truth is like medicine. Don't nobody like taking medicine, but it's good for you. It's gonna help you heal. Now I could be like some of these other people out here and just take your money and make you watch that pre-recorded video. I do one-on-one sessions with my clients because it's the information that's the most important. But yes, I charge for it because when I give you the value of what you get, some of this generation now and this society now. Let me tell you what they do. If you do give them the game, they won't even buy you a cup of coffee. And that's sad. I can't feed my children on thank you. And I don't have to sit up here and watch you beat your children online, cussing them out, talking about you're going to knock the paint off of them. I mean, come on, man. You are in a closed Zoom meeting and you screaming at the top of your lungs, don't even have the common sense to mute your mic. And we got to sit up here and listen to you cuss your children out. And then you want everybody to believe that you're going to be a business person or you're going to be a person that's protecting your lineage. Man, come on. Let's stop playing. What are we doing, family? What are we doing? We have to start to recognize, even as an influencer, and like I said, you don't have to ever take any of my training classes. You don't never have to take any of my courses. You ain't never got to pay me. But one way or the other, you will pay. Experience is not the best teacher. It's a hard teacher. Because, boy, when you get through learning all them experiences, I guarantee when you add it up, you're going to turn around and be like, It wasn't even worth it. I should have just paid that man in money. When you get audited 2 years in a row, back to back, and they holding your money up that you need to invest in your business because the IRS is thinking you doing something felonious or criminal. First year I had a jump in income. I went from $86,000 a year working for Centos. That very next year, I jumped all the way up to 115,000, and I wasn't working for nobody. Flag, IRS. Hey, he ain't never made this much money. Real talk. He ain't never made this much money. He doing something crooked. Luckily, I had all my paperwork, and I teach all of my clients keep all of your. I'm sitting there doing it right now. I'm still accounting the old school way. If there's anybody I'm gonna trust, I trust me before I trust anybody. And I teach my clients to do their paperwork the same way. Don't be relying on that auto pay and emails. Even if they do email it to you, you need to print it off. Nothing beats paper. Emails can get lost. Emails can get hacked. Information can get deleted, even by accident. Some stuff go to your spam folder. Most people don't never go in there and look at their spam folder. They just go in there and hit auto delete. And you got some business papers that went in that file. But because your Gmail account wasn't set up and registered that account or that email as important, it went in the spam folder. This generation in society, well, the next generation, is a lost cause. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. There's a saying amongst wealthy people: 3 generations. After 3 generations, that fourth one will be broke again. Here's the story behind that. And I want to use my family. My grandfather was walking. My father drove a Chevrolet Caprice. I am driving a Bentley. You know what my children are going to be driving? They're going to be walking. See, that's what entitlement gets you. Entitlement gets you that just because you born, you think that you ought to get something for free. Now, based on what this girl was talking about in this video, I can almost perceive, and I say almost because I don't really know her story. I really don't care. Her story ain't no worse than mine. And if I had to pay for it, she got to pay for it. But I can almost perceive that's how she's been living her life the majority of the time. She's been given stuff without no work behind it. And I didn't talk about doing no chores. You do chores when you're a kid. Make your bed up, pick your clothes up. That's children stuff. But when you got to get out here in this world and make real sacrifices, to where people are disappointed in you for not showing up because they are emotionally controlled and they don't understand that the moves that you are making is for them down the road that they can't even see yet. I tell this story all the time. I got 2 daughters. My daughters are going to be 2 of the world's unknown millionaires. Yeah, my daughters are going to be 2 of the world's unknown millionaires. If anything happens to me today, and I ain't just talking about 1 million, they're going to be multiple millionaires, but they won't get a dime of it. Nope. I'm just not like this with clients and people in the street. I'm like this with my own blood, my products, my people that I produced. I'm like this with them. I'm gonna run their life from the grave, and I don't care who like it or who don't like it. My daughters have businesses that they don't even want to run. One works at a house shop selling wigs at a wig world place, and the other one is a cashier at a grocery store. And they have their own business. That's making money, I might add, because they're e-com business. They're making money on autopilot. They don't even know how much money they're gonna make. I've told them they gotta trust. See, that's this next generation. They don't see the value in themselves to be self-starters like my generation and before. All they look at is putting in their little time on the job and going home. They ain't trying to kill nothing. They ain't gonna let nothing die. That's this generation, this new generation, and basically it's turning the whole world into this entitled world. Something for nothing. They don't see a penny until they work their businesses that I sacrificed for them to have. They ain't never got to work it. They ain't gonna never see no money. And that's real talk. They ain't even funny. And they know about it. That's the bad part. They know about it. Like I said, I'm running their life from the grave. And that thing is irrevocable. Ain't no judge in the world can change that. They either gonna work for themselves, which is putting them in a better position in life than I ever had. I didn't get mine until, oh man. Y'all know my story. I didn't start getting the way I am until 12 years ago. 12 years ago. After having a business since 1995. Man, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to go off on a rant, but people in this world, and especially this next generation, need to know ain't nothing for free. You can't even go to heaven for free. It comes at a cost. And if you ain't willing to pay the cost, you can forget about ever going there. I don't give a darn how many days you go to church. The book is clear on what it says. See, these folks, they even got this type of belief system that's created now that they got that Joel Osteen religion. Joel, you ever heard Joel Osteen? His preaching, he ain't got no consequence. There is no other alternative. Everybody going to heaven under Joel Osteen. I heard this man preach about a spider. I'm like, what the hell they got to do with the Bible? but anyway, people got this kumbaya feeling now that everything is all good and there's no consequence, and they can get it because they was just born. They are owed it because they were just born. What's up, Kiki? The funniest thing about people like this, man, they don't want to put no work in. That's why they're so scary. This generation is the most punctified generation because they don't know what the work ethic is. They scared of their shadow. Everybody is friendly and whatnot. Look, whatever case you want to be, you can operate and live your life how you want to. But never devalue somebody else's time, money, and effort that they have put into building what they have and you think that you should get it for free without no sweat equity involved at all. Yeah, I'm gonna charge you. I'm gonna charge you every time. Hey, the game is free. You can Google anything that's out here on social media, and Google will tell you exactly what you need to do. Hell, some of these sites already have the PDF attached to it. You can download the paperwork. You can do all of that for free if you don't want to pay for it. But when you are so lazy, this is the generation of ADD and ADHD, LMNOP, 1, 2, 3, whatever. Something wrong with these people. Your attention span ain't that long. It ain't that long. And you think you're gonna be able to sit through 8 weeks? Because my course is 8 weeks. Technically six, but I give you two just to, a question and answer series to make sure that you did it right. So you think you're gonna sit through 8 weeks of 2 1-hour classes? They don't want that. They want you to just, and then they ain't got no money. If you don't have no money to pay for the information, you don't have no money to start it. That's just facts. Facts. Everybody want to know how to start a business. All right. If you just want to know how to start a business, that's $67. I can have you set up. Now, if I teach you, it's 67. If you want me to do it, it's $3.99. My time is valuable. And I'm gonna have you set up in an hour. I've been doing it so long, I can have you set up, registered, EIN, virtual address, business email, business phone number, LLC registration. When I email you your articles of operation, you're gonna have that before you go to bed. But that costs comfortability cost. If you want to ride good, you got to pay good. If you want to live in a peaceful neighborhood, you got to pay for that peaceful neighborhood. It ain't got nothing to do where people can put whatever label they want to on it. But I don't want to hear sirens and gunshots all night. I got to pay for that. And so do everybody else in the world. So if you want to pay for the fast track, if you want to get on the fast track and start your business tomorrow, I have you everything tonight before you go to bed. But it costs. Now, it's like the age old saying, I can either teach you how to fish or I can give you a fish sandwich. Now, I can teach you how to fish for free, but the fish sandwich, I gotta get paid for that. Well, no, that's reverse. I'm gonna give you the fish sandwich so you can get out of my face. I ain't gonna never deny nobody being hungry. But when you want the knowledge to know how to do it, see, I done spent a whole bunch of money on bait, rod and reel, fishing line. I know what jig and wriggle to catch what type of fish. See, you paying for that information. And some of these people are so brass, they'll be like, man, you got it. Yeah, I got it. And I'm gonna keep it. I don't owe you nothing. When I know that I turned down, I've helped 117 people in 8 years, change their whole entire life. The reason why that number is not as high as some of these other influencers and marketers and coaches out here, I don't teach people about how to get bank loans. I turn down more leads because all they want to know how to do is get a loan. Money, first thing, Money is not your problem. Your discipline on handling the money is the problem. I can teach anybody how to get $50,000 real quick. One of my clients that I'm working with now. By the time I get through with her, she gonna have a client close to about 250. But she came in already knowing how to be financially disciplined. See, it's the difference between borrowing a loan. I don't teach none of my clients how to get a loan. I teach all my clients how to leverage lines of credit, which is different. You go into a bank and you borrow $40,000, you got to repay that $40,000 total plus interest. A line of credit, you only repay what you use. See, I just gave y'all game. How do you do that? It's sold separately. There are some things that you got to do to put yourself in place in order to get lines of credit. 50,000, 75,000, 25,000, 35,000, 15,000. Now, these are all of the top 5 banks that I give in my course that will give you that kind of line of credit. By the time you add it all up, it's $250,000. I've been doing this thing for too long, ladies and gentlemen. I done messed up a whole lot, not just myself, because there's some other influencers or coaches out there. They feel the same way. They just ain't gonna tell y'all. That's what my generation's problem is. We'll just cut you off and don't fool with you instead of going back and forth. But no, somebody need to spank that behind and wake y'all up and tell y'all for real, ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. You're gonna pay for it just like we did. This is why y'all listen. I give you the information that you need in order to help you be a little bit more successful, not just in business, but in life in general. Stop focusing on trying to get a loan. You're not finna open up no plant with 150 employees. What you need a bank loan for? And then the amounts that some of these people be requesting, all I need is $5,000. You can save $5,000. You don't get no loan for that to start a business. It's going to be an automatic no. The amount you requesting is too low. $5,000 to start a business, it's going to be an automatic no. Or they go in there and you asking for a bank loan to pay off your personal debts. That's called commingling funds. And the IRS is finna knock your head off. You can't commingle your business money with your bank, with your personal money. I just gave y'all free game. Now, if you too lazy to go to your Google and say, hey, Google, what is commingling funds as it relates to business? Google gonna tell you everything and why you can't do it. I'll see y'all on the other side, man. I hope y'all got something out of it. If you think that the information that you received is good, hey, please follow and subscribe to the channel. And it's a no-nonsense coach. I don't take no excuses from nobody. I'm not going to put up with you because I came from you. So I know all of the tricks and trades that people be trying to use. But if you like the information that you heard, y'all, and you want to know more, you want to know more about the RDM Business Group and the courses that we offer, please don't hesitate to look at me up on My Life is Overbooked. You can Google me. It'll tell you everything you need to know. I'll see y'all on the other side. And if you listen to me, I'll be there waiting on you. Peace.